welcome to our live broadcast for our preview for the upcoming game midday on Sunday at the mighty St Mary's Stadium for Southampton versus Brighton. Nearly forgot.
I forgot a week, to be honest.
It's all a bit of a blur. Busy week. It almost feels like we get a game of football every 3 days. It's pretty congested. Jack, how are you?
Yeah, mate, all is good. I woke up extra early today, just to be ready for waking up early tomorrow. It's 12 o'clock is really a struggle.
It's on Sunday.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm working through it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock. Might as well be Saturday.
So it's an early kickoff.
It is.
And certainly for our friends in the US who follow the Premier League, midday kickoffs are a bit of a nightmare. Certainly if you're on the West Coast. Shout out to Matt there.
Big up, Matt.
Always, yeah. For him, it would be like 4 a.m. So we're rolling in off the back of. Was it a predictable loss? Can we say that?
Yeah, it was. I think everybody going in said we weren't going to win, and to a point where even before the game, we were like, "This is the game because everybody thinks we'll lose, so that's why today's the game." That's the only reason. That's the only reason I thought we might win because everyone's doing we lose. So no. So when we lost, it was like, all right then.
I know, right?
And we played a rested team. We changed form. We didn't change formation. We just changed about a bit, tried some new stuff, and it wasn't terrible. It was just stupid mistakes.
Stupid mistakes. Decent performance. Yeah. I was really impressed by that. I mean, okay, the scoreboard says 5-2 at the end of it, but we played some decent football, and we played some players completely out of position. We had Ryan Bertrand in right back, who did a decent job. Okay, perhaps at fault for the getting lost for the first goal that City scored. But Salisu in left back did all right, and you're playing a team who's just been wounded against Man United and we're looking for a response, but they started so quietly. I was really surprised. I mean, it looked like flipping out. We might actually do this here. For the first 5-10 minutes, I think the stat came up with our possession. I was like, that looks a bit odd. It's like 75% possession to the Saints, but no, decent.
We would have had to have done something in those opening 6 minutes for us to get anything. It was almost like, right. That 6 minutes is our time to do something with it, get a goal, and then just defend the game and see them off. But we didn't, and then after that 6 minutes, it sort of just turned around. Like I said to you, you got quite excited about that stat at 6 minutes, and I was like, I don't feel like it's going to be like that for much longer. And then it didn't stay that way, did it?
It didn't stay that way. I mean, there are a few kind of contentious decisions that the media spent flipping ages going over. But we'll quickly address it. I don't think the game ended 5-2. We don't need to go over it too much. But this Phil Foden penalty claim, I think Phil Foden, in a weird way, caused that to not be a penalty, because if he goes down,
stays down.
My point is, he tried to maintain and stay up and go for the ball, which probably makes the referee think, hang on, maybe the goalkeeper got contact on that ball. Do you know what I mean? If he goes to the ground, John Moss definitely gives that as a penalty. Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like it's so bad, isn't it? Because it does feel like if you try to make through a foul, the ref will just think the reason he's not gone down there because he wasn't touched. Because if anybody gets touched in the box, they're going down.
Yeah.
So if you just try to be be a footballer and try and score a goal, it's like, no, go down.
I know. It's so wrong. It's so wrong, really, that you're kind of in that position where a player has to do that. I'm still, I try to look at that with the most neutral hat on possible, but even when I do that, I'm still looking and saying, no, he might have touched it. Do you know what I mean?
I think the argument is that he didn't. It's not so much that he didn't get the ball, but there's angles where it doesn't look like he gets Foden, and Foden kind of runs between his leg and sort of goes over it.
Right.
It's a weird angle. So, like you say, my Southampton head says it's not. It's a 50-50. He could have gone either way. But in reality, it's like, well, that should have been a penalty. And It's another McCarthy mistake.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the fact that that decision didn't get given really upset Graham Souness and Simon Jordan. So I take it. I'll take it all day long. Brilliant.
yeah, that's
We'll,
quite nice
we'll have that.
when that happens. But I think that game was really rang true of like, I'm so glad that I do this and I don't have to sit and listen to those guys at half time, because it's just terrible. Like, they gave us no chance at all.
Yep.
And then no praise for anything that we did, So
Yep. Absolutely. Coming here from Zandiv, similar to how Ralph said we were too nice. Do you know what? We didn't give away a single yellow card.
yeah.
That's nuts. That
Yep.
in itself says everything. The fact that the only yellow card on that night was shown to a Man City player. So I'm not surprised Pep was saying Southampton are really good. It's because he's finally had a team go up there and actually try and play football. So without sort of parking the bus and kicking the crap out of all his players. So
Well, it was that
that's
thing
it.
of the like we said on the weekend, probably not the weekend, the other day. It's just that the person who had the most respect for us outside of Southampton is probably Pep.
Yeah.
All these journalists that talk about Pep, they don't tend to listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it mad how, Man City get a VAR decision not go for them in a game they win 5-2, and we have about 5 or 6 very clear case of VAR faults, and the media just nothing. Move on.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I didn't see them go over any of our decisions for that long, but you know what? Doesn't matter, does it? Because the score was a score. Didn't make a difference in the end.
It was, and it is a great comment. That's why we didn't get a yellow, because Romeo wasn't playing. Exactly right.
He only gets the one though, doesn't he? He's a king of getting one.
God, I'm just thinking about that challenge against Leeds again. Oh, magnificent.
Oh, it's good, wasn't it? Oh, it's good. Do you have that clip? Do you have the clip ready to go?
I should line up. Should definitely line up.
Just have it there all the time.
So putting that one to bed. Moving on. How are you feeling for Sunday? Is this? I'll ask you a question. Is this a must-win game?
Yeah, because as much as there is no rivalry, I do feel like there's an ownership of the South Coast.
Right. Okay.
And
it's never in doubt, is it?
It's never in doubt. No, but
no.
You don't let your little brothers win, do you? Don't let the idiots next door win. They're coming to your house. So,
okay.
In that sense, for sure. But because it's the same. Like, even if Southampton were having a normal time of it, for me, like, to win Brighton and Bournemouth in a few days next to each other is just a nice little feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just if you can just think on a normal football term of just if everything was okay,
right?
They're fun games. So yeah, it's somewhat of a must-win.
I mean, looking at sorry, go on.
Not I wouldn't say so much for Ralph, but for where we are on points, yeah, we should be winning this game.
Yeah. Okay. So let's have a quick look at the table here. I'm going to stick up there with me and Jack can look either side. You go to the other side of that. There we go. So this is what the table currently looks like, although it's currently 0-0. So Newcastle actually have 1 point more, so they're currently on 28 points and Villa on 41. So that aside, looking at this, we're currently residing on 33 points. Brighton have 26 with a game in hand against Fulham, who are basically only behind them on 3 goals.
I would back Fulham all the way in that match. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah?
I'll watch that.
Which game? Fulham got Man City next.
Fulham, yeah, but when did Fulham got Brighton? That's coming up, isn't it? That's not too far away.
Yeah, maybe. But my point is, looking at this, we win on Sunday, we're at 36 points, Brighton are on 26. And then suddenly the conversation, which has crept up again recently by a few, is dead, in my opinion. It's gone, isn't it? So
it is.
Sunday isn't a must win. It's definitely a mustn't lose, I would say. But it's just the fact of we should be winning this game.
Well, if you look at it, if the decisions all go our way this weekend, we could be 11th by Monday, by Sunday night. Do you know what I mean? So that just shows you where it is. It's not as bad as some people say they are. If we can get the next few results in, we can do what we should be doing. Everything will be okay.
Exactly that. And looking beyond Sunday. Let me put up this other graphic which I have in place. Here we go. These are excluding, of course, the March 20th fixture against Tottenham, because that's been postponed due to our involvement in the FA Cup. So we will be playing Bournemouth on that date. Our next fixtures are Brighton, Burnley, West Brom, and Palace. Do you know what I mean? So if we can't pick up at least 6 points from all that,
we should, shouldn't we? That's what you're looking at. 6 points is kind of the minimum.
Yeah,
we need those. We need them, but we can. And I do think we can definitely get them. I think if the squad stays intact.
Yeah. No one's in doubt for Sunday, are they? I mean, Ings is out.
Apart from the people that that are out, I don't think there's anybody new. I think Gineppo is looking better than they thought. He probably won't play, but I think it's not as bad as we all thought it would be.
Gineppo plan B, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So that means probably Teller will start, but that means there are options in that position, so that's not too bad. Have you seen that the bookies have made a thing that like a bet? Like you can now Southampton are the only team in the league that you can bet on for a player to get injured.
I did see that.
That's now you can now choose which Southampton player is the next to be injured.
Yeah, who's your money on?
I'm not saying a name. I'm not cursing anybody.
But ordinarily, you'd say Gineppo, would you? All day long. But he seemed to have been able to walk through flames recently, and
What are you saying that he hobbled off at halftime the other day, but.
Yeah, but given his track record, he's done phenomenally well there. But yeah, it's just looking back at this list here. I mean, Brighton, their current points per game, they're just not very good at scoring goals at the moment. So I see, all we need to do is score goals to win the game. So we scored 2 on Sunday, we should be all right. And then looking at the other games, Burnley at home, West Brom away. It's all there.
They're all there to take. We do have, I think the talent and the class and the greater team that can take out all those teams on their best day. I mean, what were the repeats for Burnley and West Brom? What was it? Did we beat them both last time?
Well, Burnley we beat 1-0 away,
and West Brom
was 2-0 at home.
That's
Slaven Bilic.
Although, yeah, that is a good point. We are talking about Big Sam here. That is a different story.
But yeah. So all to do, and we've got Fulham at home and
Liverpool. That's a nice easy 3 points.
Well, looking at that, I was looking at this thing like Liverpool's current points per game 1.54. Wow.
It's not great, is it?
I mean, we're throwing stones in glass houses here. We're talking about points per game at the moment, but
hey, technically, at this point, isn't our form like a little bit better? Haven't we had a win more recently? I mean,
it's a little bit better than Sheffield United.
Nice.
There's a reason I haven't put it on this graphic. Put it that way.
See you later, Sheffield.
Big news today, though. Sheffield United's parting company. What do you make of that?
Stupid, isn't it? He's the best thing about that club. He's the thing that you build everything around. He's obviously got the talent to do it. He just needs the players and the money. But I've seen a few reports that seems like it was more of a mutual "I'm going to quit" thing.
Yeah, I think there's a run-in with the ownership of that club. So
I think I think it's him having respect for himself. I can see he's probably going to go to Celtic or maybe Newcastle, something weird like that.
Yeah, well, that's the mad thing of it. I mean, you think, a manager to, walk into, okay, Newcastle in a lot of trouble now, but walk into the Celtic job, yeah, why not? But it just seems a bit short term in the eyes of Sheffield United. But anyway, move that to side. I did feel a little bit like, he's part of the company because they lost to us. Like, it feels a bit. Yeah. Well, no, it just feels like if they can't beat Southampton,
we like taking managers. Did we take Jose after a draw?
Maybe.
I think didn't Jose get fired after the draw? Or was that Mark Hughes that got fired after a draw?
It's Mark
Hughes. I can't remember. Mark Hughes, that's it.
Yeah. So let me put up who we're predicting. Sorry, I should be faster at this. I'm working on it. Here we go. It's coming. There it is. So, who are you sticking in goal for Sunday?
Fraser Forster.
All the hands.
Yep, never. I don't want to see McCarthy in the sticks again. No, thank you.
You had a lot to say on McCarthy, and I think you had a point, and I think McCarthy perhaps could have saved a few of those, and I think that last goal by Kevin De Bruyne, you said that Forster would have stuck out a leg and saved that, and I think you're probably right. So, yeah,
they were just.
do you think Ralph will play him though?
I think Ralph's got to. I think there was almost before the game when I saw he started McCarthy, I said that I almost see him putting McCarthy in because he sees that we're going to concede today and he doesn't want Forster to take the knock in. And in a mean kind of way, it's almost the excuse to be like, sorry, Alex, you're just conceding too much.
Yeah.
Just like I said, I did loads of goalkeeper maths last night. It was good fun sitting there going through like the saves and the ratio, just looking what everyone's like average goals per game.
Yeah.
So I worked McCarthy's goals per game out to 1.92 goals per game. It's not great, but these are the fun ones. I did a lot of maths. So I worked out that Alex McCarthy this season has had 121 shots to deal with that were on target.
Okay.
And he saved 73 of them and 48 of them went in.
Wow. Okay.
So that is 39% of the time it goes in. So if you compare it to Sam Johnson from West Brom, because I went all over the league to figure this out. So Sam Johnson, what was it? 166 shots on target,
right.
112 saves, 54 goals. So that's a ratio of 32%. So 32% of the time it goes in. So
wow.
the worst conceding team in the league, their goalkeeper lets it in 32% of the time, but our keeper lets it in 39% of the time.
Flipping out when you put it like that. My word.
Yeah, I saw the maths on the pitch, but I didn't know how to work it out. So I took some time to go work it out. I was like, I know I can explain this. What's wrong? And that's how I did it.
Jackie, you telling me this channel's become more than gut feeling?
This time because
what's happened to us?
I had to make it right, I had to just get it out there. It was more heavy on my chest. I'll give you really good stats when it annoys me.
Yeah, absolutely. My goodness. Well, when you put it like that, that's a little bit uncomfortably close to 50-50,
Well, if the exact percentage of it was 39.69, so if you're rounding up, that's 40%. That's terrible.
Yeah.
If you're letting in
borderline luck.
Yeah, that is luck. And just to say, the 3 games that we've played without him, we've conceded 1 goal. So I know that say of that what you will, but I also worked out the shots on target in those 3 games are super low as well. So
yeah,
I think that also speaks for the defense being sturdier and more in line when he's on the pitch.
Yep.
I think it's the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been cracking on here, sticking these players in. I'm going to let you decide on number 8.
I mean, it's got to be. Teller. I think it's going to be Teller.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think he's earned that spot. I think Redmond really. Probably the next stat I got to find out is how many times Redmond's lost the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it just seemed it's just relentless, isn't it? Every time we're attacking, he's on the ball, he gives it away, and it is every single time. And even for Shea's goal, the rollback fell short is only because I think it was Armstrong that knocked it into Shea.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong.
It
worked. It worked.
But they had to make up for it because it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good. It's hard to say because it's Redmond, but I think he deserves to be dropped right now. There are just better players for the spot. I think he gets in the way. I think he plays too central as well. Even when he's up there, I think he's always in the wrong position.
Yeah, absolutely. Redmond Storm is concerned. Love this lineup. Yeah, let us know if you think you'd make any particular changes looking at that. But considering who we've got fit and available, I just see this this sort of works for us, and it kind of will put us in a very strong stead if we put out a performance like we did on Wednesday, with everyone playing in the right position and doing what they can do, and really it's just up to the players on the pitch just to score a couple of goals, and job's good.
Yeah,
job done, as they say.
That's all we're looking for. And like the team wasn't that bad against City. It's just it came up against City. I feel like that team on Sunday, if that was the team that was playing against Leeds, we might that would have been a different game. I feel like I felt more confident in what we had. So this is even stronger.
Yeah,
I just feel good about it.
Yeah, we have more players available for the Leeds game as well. That's the madness of it. But thoughts on Stevens in the number 6 role?
I thought he looked a bit gormless. I mean, he just felt like a body on the pitch.
Gormless, is that a sporting term, Jack? Are we?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, fine.
If you're not allowing it, give me another one.
I won't change the language you're using. It's fine. It's just an interesting phrase.
I'm full of them, pal.
Now, he looked a little bit lost, I'll say. I mean, you certainly saw the difference when Diallo came on the pitch.
Yeah.
And actually took the role on because something happened going forward. But to have every single centre back on the pitch, was incredibly defensive.
I'm kind of
didn't work, but in a way,
I'm kind of glad it was that though. I think I'm glad it was that rather than the 5 at the back, because it just does show that they are still sticking to this game plan. They're not just changing it because it's City. This is the best way to do it. Yeah. Okay, we've had to move a player about. No, I think it's because we've never seen Jack Stevens play number 6, have we? Really? I think maybe
no.
Back in the day, we might have seen it accidentally or something. But it was just a bit shaky. But
he's a better number 6 than he is a right back.
Yeah, definitely.
We can all agree on that.
Definitely, and somehow Ryan Bertrand wasn't a bad left back. It's fine. People seem to be hating on Bertrand recently. I don't see where all that hate's coming from.
Look, he was in an unusual position for him. I thought he did okay in right back. I think he just got a little bit lost in that. Let's not forget we were playing Man City.
Yeah,
Man City at the Etihad. Not many teams go and score goals at the Etihad, and we scored 2.
I think,
and we had the ball in net for a third.
I just saw too many Saints fans getting rolled up the fact that we lost 5-2 to City and didn't see the
game.
Didn't see the game. Yeah, didn't see the 2 goals, the performance. What players were doing. They were lively. I mean, just City were just class.
Yeah, we went there and we had a go. And
Aguero didn't come on and score, so that's a consolation prize, isn't it? It's like we get the Aguero at bay. He loves scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. So Shaya from Dexter saying we should switch up. I mean, I can see that working as well. Sort of moving Adams across and then having Teller on this side with Minamino. Good creative player, Minamino. I think. So yeah, he could see him positioning there as well.
Yeah, well, I think that position, it does always seem to break into almost a 4-3-3, doesn't it? There's definitely a divide where it's those 3 players are the ones that are always central and ready for the attack. So I think Teller and Minamino, you can kind of swap in and out, but you always know it's going to be Adams the furthest up.
Yeah. No, agreed.
The other way. But I think Minamino just creates space like no one, and he can turn players. He's just, his hold up play is fantastic.
Right.
Like he just gets the ball and when Redmond gets the ball and turns around and he's lost it, and you think, what are you trying to do? He's trying to do what Minamino does.
Mm-hmm.
And Minamino just does it. And then you've got Teller, whose pace is fantastic. He's just causing absolute havoc.
Yeah.
But
I think Redmond also, he's going for a patch where he just looks like a very fragile player, and like he's just not getting involved. And he went through a patch like this for a while previously as well, and whether it's something to do with an injury or something like that he's got going on. But yeah, we just haven't seen that cut inside, have a strike from outside the box. We just see a player that's just trying to do back heels and is running into trouble and losing possession. That's a frustrating thing, I think, that the fans are seeing at the moment. So
yeah, it can also be that he's sort of now in a crop of players which are a little bit tired, and there are for for a side where people say we haven't strengthened, there's a lot of younger players coming through it. I mean, you look at the pitch and you see, even like Vestergaard being a newer player, Kyle Walker-Peters, Diallo, Minamino, Alemans, and they're all, that little crack younger, and they all seem to be the ones performing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are not performing are the Ingses, the Redmonds, the sort of slightly level-headed people. It's just a really weird swap, and I don't know whether that's because people are handling this sort of like training pattern and lockdown differently. Like,
maybe.
Who knows what it is, but you do see it. You can see that where the inconsistencies lie.
He's been quiet on TikTok recently.
That's when you know something's up.
He's spending less time stuck indoors, unlike the rest of us. Hey. So tonight's show is basically turning into an episode of subscribers writing stuff on the screen and then making Mike move stuff around. It's basically what it's turning into. So, just simply write what you want. Put Forster up front. But no, these are all good shouts, and I think you've got to look at the competition we're playing on Sunday, and absolutely, look at the opposition and where they've got their weaknesses. That's how you get decent results. But I can see us doing something like this, and I certainly think that given the lineup that Ralph put out on Wednesday night, he is thinking about Sunday's game with that regard, isn't he? He's thinking about, I want to put my strongest team out on Sunday, get it done. And again, like we say,
it's a lesson learned from the Leeds match, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is where it is at the moment. It's like I said, it's currently 0-0 against Aston Villa and Newcastle, so they're a point to the good. But a win on Sunday just puts us 10 points clear
in the sweet spot, doesn't it? Just take us away from it.
Exactly.
We are the Man City of the bottom half. We're gonna go.
Exactly. A couple wins, all done. Job done. Yeah. Job done. All very good. Rad. Well, any final thoughts before we close this one out, Jack? Oh, we haven't even done score prediction.
Score predictions. Let's talk about it. It's your turn to go first.
Right.
Did you even ask them for their score predictions? I think I've got a few on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Get those up and ready. Everyone in the chat section who's live at the moment, stick in your score predictions for Sunday, and I will resort to my thoughts as to what I think the game's going to be. Right. Is it my turn to go first?
Yeah, because I think I blatted out the 1-0 pretty quickly last week. You did, the last game.
Yeah. You did. I want it to be more. But I think it's going to be a 2-0 win.
Okay.
It should be more. Should be more.
One of the first half and early in the second half. Around 50 minutes.
Yeah, Shea Adams in the 49th minute.
Okay.
Am I actually going to say that? No, I reckon Teller's going to get a goal on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to say Teller's going to get a goal. I'm not going to give him a minute because, he's an explosive player. Anything can happen.
That's the other thing. Because of the way Teller plays now, how more likely are we to get more set pieces? Because what
penalties?
It's what
2 and 2.
2 and 2, and even in the last game, who got the penalty in the last game?
Who got the penalty?
Yeah, who got fouled?
Oh, who did get fouled?
Who got fouled? Vestergaard got pulled back, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Vestergaard got pulled back.
Yeah.
So yeah. Teller, he's got 2 and 2. I know one was disallowed, but even an edge of the box, free kicks. I feel like the trouble that he causes now, that's going to be a concern for people because they're going to be more set pieces.
Yeah.
So
you're right. But like I said, I mean, it should have been more on Sunday.
Yeah.
Against Sheffield, against Saturday. Sorry. It should have been at least 3-0 with the chances that we had. But it was only 2-0. So that's the reason why I'm going with that, because I think, there'll still be, those moments where you're frustratingly looking at like play it to Shea or play it to, those kind of things where, the vision's perhaps not there. Anyway, I'm blabbing on. I'm going 2-0. Jack, what are you going for?
3-0. because I want 2-0, but one better every time. Every time. I'm going in with that optimism. I think 2-0 is the smart one, but I'd rather have the 3. I was Redmond took away my 3 last game, so I want it this time.
Yep.
I
hope you're right. That's what we really need.
Ward-Prowse, Minamino, Taylor. I'll go with Taylor as well.
Nice. And did you get anything off Instagram? You got any lists from Instagram?
Yeah, what have we got? We've got Charlie Kaler says 2-0. Alex Smith says 3-1. And I got another one somewhere that said 4-0. But I can't remember where it was. So
big shout out to Jet for taking care of the Instagram channel. Woo! Great job, man.
Thanks, guys. As you can tell, the content's gone downhill.
But the memes have gone uphill. They're funnier.
Yeah, the quality is less, but they're tickle you.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. Right, let's have a look in the chat section. These next 3 games should be all wins. Absolutely. Right. Starting off with Tom. Tom's going with me. 2-0 Saints. Tom Frankham's going for a nice 3-0. He's going with you, Jack.
Good man, Tom.
Sanders, you went for 9-0 last time against Sheffield United, didn't you? So
one of these days it's got to come off,
Absolutely.
Give enough monkeys enough typewriters,
James going for 2-0. Lou's going for 2-0. Lewis Short is going for 2-1 to the Saints. And Dexter Venom is going 2-1 to the Saints. Brighton will get a rubbish penalty or something. It'll probably be Prowse doing this in the penalty area, won't it?
My ball. Oh, no.
Exactly. Where is the ball? Where is the ball?
I don't know what
it lands on his hand. So, yeah. If we're Chelsea, we get away with it. But, we're Southampton and get penalised. The
fact that we're being penalised for the Sheffield game as well, that's a crazy thing. Have you seen that?
Oh, the not being able to control the place. Well, I haven't seen a rift on the pitch. Thank you, by the way, for all those score predictions. Good on you. Yeah, a bit odd that.
It's stupid, man. For me, if you look at the bust up on the pitch, it wasn't that much. Well, it's not never the worst I've seen. It's just, and it was over really quickly. So unless something absolutely foul was said by one of the players.
Well, yeah, you would say you failed to control your players. Then if it's, I imagine it's just because there's lots of pushing and shoving in.
For me, it
they haven't had much
as
penalised recently on that regard, have they?
For me, it reads as we need to punish Southampton for something, and they're not really doing anything in the game. So let's do it outside the game. And then that way, maybe they'll stop moaning about us. Maybe Ralph will be nicer to the refs.
Yeah. What does that actually mean if we get penalised? Does it mean that there's a fine? Because we can't afford that. We ain't got money for that.
If we ain't got money, you think Sheffield got money for it?
Yeah, maybe.
It's probably 50 quid and a bother or something. I don't know.
Yeah, send them a nice cutlery set. It'll be fine.
Anything you can go around the Saints store. You can have as many shirt any shirts as you want.
Yeah, have yourself a bit of swag.
Aldi shirts, you can have a lot of them.
Yeah. Can we pay our fine in merch, out of date merch, please? That's what they'll do.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh my word!
Still
0-0 in that game, by the way.
Doesn't surprise me.
You're missing nothing, everyone.
I hate that. There's nothing worse. Is there nothing worse than tuning into a 0-0?
Waste time. Right. Well, we won't keep you any longer. Thank you to everyone who joined. Oh, flipping it! Is that 75,000 fine?
Apparently.
Flipping heck.
That'll be out of their wages.
That's like a week of Danny.
Yeah.
A week of Danny. That's a lot of merch. They can get a lot for that.
Oh, yeah.
We got with our £35 voucher. Get a lot of stuff for that.
Listen, Southampton will pay you a 75k fine, but you've got to pay £5 for delivery. The Southampton way.
Yeah, that was proper poop housery. We love that. Fantastic. Right. Well,
or they give them Wesley Hoot. Here you are.
Wesley Hoot and some training tops. And that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. You can be thankful. Right. Anyway, it's got a bit silly now. Right. We will, of course, be doing our live watch along in our PJs and a cup of coffee on Sunday. And of course, our post-match show. So join us for that. Have the game on. Have us on your phone. Get involved, and let's hope for an impressive 3-0 or 2-0 win.
Or 4.
That's what we're going for. Or 4.
I'll take a 4. 5 if he wants it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's I'll
I
take
don't
a
want
9.
to concede.
I'll take a 9 if he's just giving them away.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. So anyway, thank you once again. As always, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you in the next one. All right, see ya.
Bye.